Hi all, welcome to my channel QS Center Testing Hub. I am Praneeth here. I will be going through the testing fundamentals. This is my first series which I am starting, and uh, basically what is testing? Testing is basically a process in which we try to find if the software is behaving as per the intended requirements specified by the client. Okay, so I will explain you in short what is the types of testing. So majorly, if you see, there are two kinds of testing. One is black box testing. Okay, so let me just mention over here. So black box testing is one. There is another kind of testing which is called as white box testing. Okay, so what is black box testing? Black box testing is a type of testing in which you are just aware of whatever the input is coming and whatever the output we need to check, but the implementation of the software, how it is designed, how it is being developed by the development team, that you are not aware. So this kind of, basically it is mentioned as black box since it is like a blindfold on your eye. You are not aware of how it is implemented, but you just know what to validate and what to give the input to your software. Okay, so that is why it is called black box testing. And coming to the other type of testing, this is a kind of testing known as white box testing, wherein you are aware of the whole functionality, whatever the application is built with, how it is developed, what are the changes. I mean the in and out of the software block that you are testing. Okay, so these are the two major kinds of testing that we do. So majorly both kinds of testing are carried out, depends on the client requirements and the client budget. So accordingly the testing is planned, but mainly white box testing is in great demand since here different combinations are being tested. Okay, so coming to the other part, the different kinds of testing that are carried out. These are the major components of testing, and under this there are different kinds of testing. So let me explain you that thing. Okay, so let me explain you. So in any organization there is a development team and there is a testing team. So development team, dev team, and the other one is test team. This is the basic hierarchy in any organization. So what dev team usually does is they develop the software based on the requirements specified by the client, and they perform unit tests at their end. So if you see, unit testing is carried out by the development team. So unit testing only involves the testing around the module that is developed by the development team, whereas and when after the unit test is certified, it gives a green signal for the testing team to carry out the detailed testing at their end. So the testing team, the major kinds of testing which the test team usually follows in any organization once the unit testing is done by development is, the testing team first conducts a sanity testing at their end once the unit testing is certified. So sanity testing is mainly if the basic functionalities of the application that is under test is working fine or not. So that is being tested, and there are different terminologies used in different organizations. So then there is a phase in testing known as system interface testing that is carried out. So in this phase, the interfacing applications around the software which is unit tested and certified is being tested. So there are different in many organizations the testing there are different components connected to one software. So there is not a single software. So in this case, for example, in telecom industry, so there is a customer application, there is a subscriber application, there is a enterprise application. So all these applications are interconnected. So any changes done to any of the one application might impact the other application. So for this, a detailed system interface testing is being carried out. It is also known as SIT in many organizations. So for each of these phases there is a certification done by the testing team. So once the certification is done with the entry and exit criteria as mentioned in the scoping document initially, then only the next phase starts. So after system interface testing is certified, the final phase. So there are many other phases also which many organizations follow, but I am mentioning about only the major phases. So after this, the final phase of the functional testing team starts, and it is called as user acceptance testing or UAT. Okay, so user acceptance testing, again coming to what user acceptance testing is. So here the major scenarios which the client is expecting or as discussed with the client. So these scenarios are mainly the deliverables that we are going to certify at the end of our project. So these scenarios majorly covers the entire testing effort that we need to carry around the software that is being developed. So like I mentioned, there are different components or software modules connected to one software. So there may be 3 or 4 or a number of software modules connected. So depending on the connectivity to one module that is being developed, the user acceptance testing scenarios are defined with the intended data and output that is communicated to the client. So these are the major phases that usually every organization has. Apart from this, there are several other phases which may majorly the organizations follow sometimes. So I have just covered whatever the basic phases are there, so that it will be helpful for you. So I hope this video has helped you, and please like, subscribe, and share my video for more updates. I will be having few more videos in this series. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Take care.